the Air Force Falcons have a lot of question marks this season. There are the turnback players who set out last year and how well they'll integrate back into the mix. And what about that young offensive line? On paper, the Falcons have only 6 returning starters from a year ago, 3 on offense and 3 on defense. These questions aside, entering his 15th season, head coach Troy Calhoun is certain of a few things.
We have a bunch of spots maybe where we don't have a great deal of experience, which is one of those things. I think once we get to the midpoint of the season, we're going to be a different team than what we are today.
But starting off is a squad that, despite playing only 6 games last year, led the nation in rushing, averaging 305 yards per game running the triple option. Leading that group will be returning fullback Brad Roberts, who was the team's top rusher. The starting quarterback looks to be junior Hazik Daniels, who started all 6 games in 2020 and had as many pass attempts as rushing attempts. The Falcons are hoping to open things up more this year with promising wideout David Cormier and tight end Kyle Patterson, adding options to the passing game. But it's on defense where the Falcons could be the most impressive, with the vast majority of 2020 turnback players being defensive players who set out the COVID year. Air Force was still 3rd in the nation in scoring defense a year ago, despite missing so many players. 1 year older and with a full off-season of practice, these returning turnback players are hoping to make an impact, like they did in the 11-win season of 2019.
We still have some key components from that year.
Cornerback Trey Bugg led the team in interceptions in 2019, and the year off has made him even hungrier to get back on the field.
Just having to sit out a full year, a full calendar year from football, and it was definitely motivating.
Bugg, a senior, along with linebackers Lakota Wills and DeMonte Meeks, who also set out 2020, will lead a defense that was 2nd in the Mountain West Conference in passing defense in 2019.
I think with the leadership coming back, we'll be able to foster that environment a little bit better because we've seen it. We've been 5-7, we've been 11-2. We know what it takes, and I think we're going to be pretty good and pretty stout.
First up for Air Force, FCF squad Lafayette College of the Patriot League. The Leopards didn't play last fall because of the pandemic, but were able to have a short spring season earlier this year, going 2-1.